So with King of Torque on pole, off Apple in second, it looks like we're just about ready to get racing here at Monza. Green, 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 and the cars are off. The Saxon Audi in the back makes a good start, that's Bold Guy. Apple also makes a good start, Bo as well, and King of Torque's had a shocking start, they're falling down the order. Bo challenging Apple now, but Bold Guy's got all the way up into third now. So really not a good start for King. Making their way through Curva Grande for the first time. Some cars clipping the gravel, exciting stuff. Making their way now to braking for what is the first chicane in this layout. Bo goes wide, rejoins, and King's ghosted. He's going slowly. He might have picked up damage or something from that. We're going to a replay of the start. This is from Bold Guy's perspective. He had an absolutely lightning launch. You can see using the slipstream of Bo to also catch up to get into third. And what happened here, this is also a replay. Collar going wide at Curva Grande, Weiber as well, so two Mercedes drivers there not having the greatest of starts. Oh, and now on board with Bandit as he goes a bit sideways. Saxon Audi's getting a bit messed up, there's Gentleman that was on the left. And then you see yellow flags. What happened here then? Oh, he couldn't see Torque, so he just ended up running into the back room. That's very much unfortunate for him, but after all of that, off Apple leads from Bold Guy in second. Blue Zephos has somehow got up into third. He always finds himself benefiting from these sort of situations. I have no idea how he does it. Bold Guy doing well to defend at the moment, making their way through Ascari for the first time. Waddles in fourth, Buick in fifth, both Fushidara in sixth. John Wondren follows closely in seventh, and that's pretty much the top seven, just sort of separated. King of Torque down there in eighth. Now Weiber and Collar going side by side through Parabolica. Collar very close to running off into the AstroTurf there. Just about holds on. They're going to slot back into the slipstream here. See if they can retake the position as Gentleman Racing goes to pit. On board now with the Norwegian. Alongside. Yep, we cut back to our race cameras and Collar gets the move done. Will Weiber be able to do anything through Curva Grande? Speeds up to 180 miles per hour through there. Waddles now making his way through, challenging Blue Zephos. Coming up to the chicane. Oh, and Blue Zephos gets it wrong and gets reset by the game. So Waddles up into third from that. Buick now hot on their tail, now coming through Parabolica. Surely that Audi is going to be able to do something with that kind of slipstream. We'll have to see. He pulled out to driver's right hand side. Doesn't seem to quite have the momentum at the moment. They're staying with him. The BMW is very strong in the straights, you can see that, and indeed Buick does have to just slot back in for Curva Grande. Meanwhile, Bold Guy under threat from Waddles now. Lap 4. Waddles goes for a move down the inside. There's contact, and Bold Guy's run wide into the gravel because of that contact. Buick might be able to make something out of that. They're in third. Rear wing cam now on Waddles' car. Yep, that Audi definitely seems to have a bit more of a run than it did that last attempt it had. Now on the outside though for Curva Grande. Looks like they're just about ahead. Indeed, Waddles slots in. Great stuff by the Dutchman. Will Waddles be able to challenge through there? No, they don't. Bo also coming into this now in fourth, so fantastic drive from them at this moment in time. Oh, but they're in the gravel, that's not going to help their chances. Let's go put dirt on their tyres. Now watching a replay of Gentleman Racing and GRM Bandit. Bandit flashing the lights from that Deutsche Post BMW, the Saxton Audi of Gentleman Racing, being challenged for position. Bandit trying to go around the outside. Will he get it done? He does indeed. Very brave stuff there. Blue Zephos now down to 6th from that incident earlier. Oh, they've made contact with Bald Guy, who gets reset, it would seem, from the game, thinking they're cutting the course. Indeed they were, and Blue Zephos gentlemanly enough to let them back through. That's allowing John Wandering to catch up as well. Blue Zephos, they're retaking the position from Bald Guy. And now Bald Guy going a bit wide on the exit of Ascari. Going to compromise their run, and indeed that's allowing John Wandering to get past in the Skull Candy yellow Mercedes. So John having a fantastic race, running in the points right now, but for how much longer? Bald Guy comes steaming through. Coming across the line. Now Wybear challenging John Wandering as well, so John Wandering starting to fall down the order a bit. 2 Mercs. Will Wybear get it done? Indeed. Definitely a prime overtaking opportunity, but you have to have some bravery in order to go around the outside of Curva Grande. Meanwhile, King of Torque, who qualified on pole, had a bit of a shocking start. They're making their way back up the field now, also overtaking John Wandering, but now going into the grass and gravel. That's at the chicane. John Wandering also clipping the grass a little bit. Oh, King's going completely sideways and takes out a braking marker as well with him. John Wandering back up into 8th from that. King of Torque now on board with him on the run down to Parabolica. John Wandering doesn't find that much. Maybe looking for a bit of a cut back. Oh, King getting very close to the AstroTurf there. John Wandering might be able to get another run back towards Curva Grande, then making their way up to the start finish line now. John Wandering pulls alongside. Has to slot back in, they didn't quite have the momentum. Yeah, it's close, but they are forced to concede for now, so John Wandering down to 9th. Blue Zephos, meanwhile, the Australian in that Vodafone Mercedes, going through Ascari now. Oh, running wide there and getting it all messed up. Yellow flags out, and that's allowed Bald Guy to capitalise on that. No doubt heavy damage for Blue Zephos. You see the background as well, Wybear going up into the points as well. The top 3 at this moment in time. Off Apple currently leading the way from Buick. There you can see the gap. And Bo also a little bit of a gap to them as well. Blue Zephos now running a bit wide. They've caught that AstroTurf. Very well done to not be sucked in by that. So easy done. But they are currently 9th. Gentleman Racing catching them. Now the Audis generally aren't the strongest in a straight line, but any car with slipstream will certainly have an advantage. And indeed, the Saxton Audi with the blue mirrors gets the move done. Of course, Blue Zephos probably dealing with a bit of suspension damage at this stage. Oh, and they've messed up the chicane. And that was pretty much it from Blue Zephos there, retiring shortly after that. Bo Fushidara currently leads. This is after the pit stop cycle, so yet to make theirs. Bald Guy now, and Waddle's getting very, very close. Going up towards the 3/4 of the race gone marker. Coming across the start finish line. Now look at that. Waddle's in that BMW M6, muscling his way past For now, Bold Guy probably won't be able to get enough momentum to challenge through Curva Grande. Maybe on the brakes for the upcoming chicane. It's certainly a possibility. No, he doesn't challenge there. But he's looking now at Ascari as his next opportunity. Just needs to keep himself within that slipstream range and he'll be able to make the pass. Going on a run now towards Parabolica. Oh, they're alongside. I was about to say I doubt they'd have the run there, but they do indeed. They have the inside. Waddles can't even get a cutback with the way they're positioned. They are so close to touching. And Waddles somehow has hung on to it round the outside. They're still side by side as Bolga actually goes and bails for the pits there. Bo Fushidara still yet to make their pit stop. Off Apple closing them down. You can see the gap there. So Bo surely going to lose out after their pit stop cycle. It is mandatory, of course. Gentleman Racing and GRM Bandit. These two have been battling a little bit earlier on. Bandit, again, definitely within slipstream range. That's definitely seems to be the way that most people are making their passes, is using the no chicane variant of Monza like we are doing here to use the slipstream to full effect. And indeed, Bandit pulls alongside that muscly, meaty M6 in the bright yellow, and Gentleman Racing backs out of it just to make sure that they don't take each other out, I suppose, not taking any risks. Meanwhile, Off Apple has caught up to Bo Fushidara on his worn rubber. In fact, there's a blue flag marker there on the screen there, so not quite sure what's up with that. Maybe lap traffic coming up. Off Apple looking like they might have a bit of a run here. Only 6 minutes to go in this race, and Bo has yet to do their pit stop. Off Apple going to the outside of Ascari. Oh, little bit of onion barges again. You just about survive. Bo still maintains the lead. They've got to be pitting soon, surely. Or they will be disqualified, of course. On board now with the Brit, the Radish, Supreme Overlord, whatever you want to call him, as Bo runs wide on those worn tyres. Surely that will allow the Crown Plaza car to get a run. Oh, little bit of a move defensively there from Bo, indeed. Off Apple going around the outside of the run down to Curva Grande. Bo still just about there. No, they slot in. And that is Apple after his pit stop, indeed, up into the lead again. Meanwhile, we've got a replay here of John wondering, messing up the chicane. Now getting blue flags. That's the lead battle, so that was probably the blue flags he was referring to. It was John Wondering causing those as these guys come through. John Wondering, running a bit wide. This could have effect. No, he stays off from rejoining. Fair play to John for that. Meanwhile, the battle for third is still on as Buick gets a bit of a slide and into the wall. And that is letting Waddles have an absolute fantastic run. Oh, there was a bit of a fake dummy there by the duck. Will it work? Oh no, Buick's off. Buick's in the gravel at Ascari. And that's King of Torque as well, the other Dynamic Racing Team car going through as well. Now watching King of Torque's perspective. Ooh, that was very close to contact on the rejoin there. Now King of Torque ahead of Waddles, in fact, and challenging Bo Fushidara. Making their way down towards Ascari again. This is the last lap. You see off Apple up ahead, up the road. Bo needs to defend for all his life, but he hasn't made a pit stop, so this is all in vain. He's gonna get disqualified. King of Torque still trying to make up that position for Pride. Obviously he wouldn't know at this stage that Bo has not made a pit stop, but it is off Apple who is coming around Parabolica for the last time, and he indeed goes on to win the race. Congratulations to off Apple of Nukeshot Motorsport. We're going to a replay now, and this was King on the last corner of the last lap, just about getting down the inside. It won't matter as Bo Fushidara will be disqualified, so it's Waddles in third, King of Torque will take second, and it is off Apple who takes the win here at Monza. This has been DRL DTM round 7. Thanks for watching.